Conservative Party of Canada. Actually, I would like to thank Claude Thompson, who is a member of the club, for making the arrangements for us to be able to enjoy this program in this fantastic venue. I think it's a tribute to the importance of the growing relationship between China and Canada that we have such a good turnout here this morning. It's trite to talk about globalization and the increasing complexity of the world in which we live. And over the weekend I came across a comment about the Chinese philosopher Confucius and his teachings, quite by accident. And I thought it was kind of an interesting comment in the context of some of what we'll hear today. And the comment about him was, if the mat was not straight, the master would not sit. And as I was reading that, I was thinking to myself, there are not very many straight mats in the world today. And yet, there's as great a need as ever, maybe even a greater need than ever, for us to sit together with people from different parts of the world to make business transactions, but also to resolve the disputes that inevitably arise out of them. Many of the old received wisdoms no longer apply in that context, and old ideas and attitudes have to be revamped and adjusted and sometimes abandoned. And perhaps there's no better example of that dynamic than China in the world today. But we're going to have an opportunity to hear about that in relation to international dispute resolution from very eminent people who are involved in that process within China. And it'll give us an opportunity to assess what use we can make of that procedure in disputes that arise between Canadian parties and Chinese parties, but it will also serve as an example to us of how international dispute resolution organizations are developing and adapting to international conditions. With that very brief introduction, and I'm going to introduce the speakers one by one as they come up to speak rather than trying to do it all at one time. But I would like to just introduce our first speaker, who is going to give you some welcoming remarks, and that is Mr. Dong Songen. Mr. Songen is Secretary General and Vice Chairman of the China International Cooperation of Small and Medium Enterprises and of China International Economic and Trade Arbitration Commission, CTAC, as well as the China Maritime Arbitration Commission. Mr. Dong, I should say, has had a long and distinguished career with foreign affairs in China. He served terms in Madagascar and in Singapore. He began to work in 2001 in the China Council for the Promotion of International Trade, CCPIT, which is the parent body for CTAC, and has served as Secretary General since 2004. He also became CEO of the China International Exhibition Center Group Corporation and was appointed Vice Chairman of CCPIT in April 2006. I'll ask Mr. Dong to please come and provide his welcoming remarks.
各位朋友，各位来宾，大家上午好。
Distinguished guests and dear friends, good morning.
很高兴能有机会与多伦多经贸界、法律界的朋友欢聚一堂，探讨国际仲裁业务，并向大家介绍中国的仲裁，尤其是贸仲仲裁在解决涉外经济贸易纠纷中的作用，以及外商在华投资需要注意的问题。
commercial communities in Canada. Our speakers will introduce you the role of arbitration in resolving foreign-related commercial disputes in China and certain issues that foreign investors might concern when making investment in China.
在此，首先请允许我代表中国贸促会、中国贸中委以及代表团全体成员，向加拿大替代性争议解决协会对这次研讨会所做的精心筹备表示衷心的感谢，对各位朋友的与会表示诚挚的欢迎。
And I would like to, on behalf of China Council for the Promotion of International Trade, CCPIT, and China International Economic and Trade Arbitration Commission, CTAC, to express my heartfelt gratitude to the ADR Chamber and also Lakes for such wonderful organization, and to Canada-China Business Council, Canadian Manufacturers and Exporters, and Ontario Institute PMAC for your support. I would also like to avail myself of this opportunity to express my warm welcome to all participants today.
随着中国改革开放的不断深化，中国的经济得到了很大的发展，人民生活水平得到了明显的改善，社会法治化水平也在不断地完善。中国经济与世界经济进一步融合，中国的发展需要大家的关心和理解。世界经济的发展同样需要中国这样的大市场，相互之间各有需求，因此我们要不断地进行相互间的交流与沟通，增加了解，减少误解，才能合作得更加紧密。
And with the acceleration of China's reform opening up policy, Chinese economy has been greatly developed and the people's living standard have been better off. As a result, the legal environment of China has been optimized. China is embracing the world economy more tightly. And I know that the development of China needs your understanding and support, and also the world economy also needs China as a very big market. As we are mutually of mutual importance to each other, we should enhance our communication exchange of ideas with each other so as to cooperate in a better way.
近年来，中国和加拿大的双边经贸交流不断扩大，尤其是服务贸易得到了快速的发展，经济贸易的不断增加，经济纠纷不可避免。如何妥当地解决争议，保持投资者与合作伙伴的信心，是目前工商界越来越关注的问题。因此，作为替代性争议解决的途径，国际商事仲裁凭借着专家谈判、程序灵活、保密性强、一裁终决以及广泛的执行力等优越性，在国际商事争议中被广泛的关注并得到选择。
And in recent years, the bilateral economic exchange between Canada and China has been intensified, especially in the field of trade of service. And accompanying the trade development, commercial disputes experience an increase as well. Therefore, how to settle the disputes in a proper way and how to increase the confidence of all the investors become the major concern for the commercial professionals of both countries. And international commercial arbitration featured in expert determination and procedural flexibility, confidentiality and finality has greatly recognized and chosen as an effective mechanism to resolve disputes.